style. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Ringo TV Reactions. We are back with another video. Today, what I want to talk about is these men that are the offspring of your so-called godfather, Kevin Samuels. That's what I want to talk about today. Today, we're going to hold you brothers accountable to the fire. Because a lot of times people, they come to my platform and they hear me talk about or react to videos with modern women, and they think that for whatever reason, I don't talk about issues concerning men, even though I have a load of content addressing men issues. Well, today, we're going to deal with a problem that I see within the community. Dysfunctional males that are the offspring of Kevin Samuels. I've already told you that Kevin Samuels is a fraud. A lot of you love this guy. You believe he's your savior. You believe he's God. You believe that he's just so successful that he is exempt from being wrong. He's exempt from making mistakes. He's exempt from putting out poor advice. You believe this because you worship him. Well, I've been exposing Kevin Samuels for a while, and I have no respect for that particular guy because he's a toxic person, a very demonic person, manipulative. And see, you on the outside that worship him, you love him, but you don't realize the things that I see, that I understand about Kevin Samuels. You can't really see that. So it's my hope that through this show here, you're able to understand what most may not be able to see. We're going to take a look at a particular video, right? This particular video that we're going to react to is from a content creator on YouTube. I'm not going to mention their name, but when you see their face, if you know who this is, you need to unsubscribe from such people. Because males like him is a problem. And I find that a lot of these content creators that are associated with Kevin Samuels, they're all frauds. Because they never really deal with the real issues. They never deal with what's really affecting the community. As long as their money is coming in, as long as the profits are being made, they could give a damn about the community. But see, here on Black Male Advice TV, we focus on real talk about real issues. We don't avoid the issues. We don't brush issues under the rug. We deal with them head on. Do you understand? We don't play games when it comes to these type of issues. Kevin Samuels is producing a multitude of black males, especially in all different demographics of the world, that are dysfunctional. These particular men, they don't hold themselves accountable for anything. When it comes to women, they blame women for everything. Women are always to blame for everything according to these particular men, because their God, Kevin Samuels, give them the instructions and the blueprint. Whatever Kevin Samuels say, these beta male simps continue to follow because they have no backbone. They don't know how to be men. So they listen to their daddy, Kevin Samuels. Whatever their daddy says, they obey. Most of these guys, they kiss his ass. Because if they could just have Kevin Samuels around them, it could possibly help their channel grow. So typically what the Negro does is he bend his knee in worship. But here on Black Male Advice TV, we don't have no respect for Kevin Samuels. None. Because he's a fraud and he's misleading men, misguiding women with talking points gotten from various content creators, and he made a name for himself. And through that name, he is now single-handedly destroying black male youth. Not only youth, but he's also destroying all of the sisters that come to him for advice. Do you understand me? Shout out to, I believe that's Mimi. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name. If I didn't, I apologize, but shout out to you for the super chat. Appreciate the support. Let me see. We got Everell in the building. What's going on? Lisa. Let me see who else we got. Chef in the building. What's going on, bro? Richard. Dr. Ray. What's going on? All right. We're dealing with the topic of Kevin Samuels produced dysfunctional male content creators. A lot of you that are in the clouds listening in, right? You have a problem with me when I talk about your boy Kevin Samuels because you worship him. And it's very dangerous to hold a man up on a pedestal and assume that whatever he utter is God-given. Whatever he utter from his mouth is facts. Whatever he utter must be the truth. No, what Kevin Samuels does is he manipulate you into focusing on things while taking the responsibility off of men. His job is trying to make all women feel condemned for all of the choices they make, even though women make bad choices, even though women have a part to play. What Kevin Samuels don't do is he never hold men accountable for their part. And I find it utterly disgusting that a so-called high-value man really have no value when it comes to family values. It's disgusting to me that a man with a platform of 1 million subscribers are leading male youth astray, leading them to the pits of hell. Do you understand me? That's a problem. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna react to this particular video here. I'm gonna play it back. I want you to listen to what Kevin Samuels says, right? Then I want you to listen to the content creator who is doing a reaction video to a couple of TikTok videos. After I saw this particular clip with this brother, I lost all respect for that brother. I'm telling you, a lot of you male content creators, man, a lot of you are poisoned by the venom of Kevin Samuels. Because that guy is no good. You could vouch for him all you want. You could say he's needed in the community. You could say all that what you want. All of you sisters that follow Kevin Samuels, you're going to be single for the rest of your life. Kevin Samuels is no different than your Derek Jackson. No different than your April Mason. No different than all of these charlatans that come through YouTube trying to act like they're trying to guide you. And in the process, they get rich off of you. Then they leave you to the wolves. Let's take a listen to this. Let's take a listen to this and see exactly what's going on so you can understand why I feel the way I feel. Let's go.
I can't believe women still want advice from this man.
Hold on. Now, this is where we're going to really go off the rails because...
It's Kevin Samuels here. It says, I still can't believe women want advice from this man. Let's hear this.
I'm sorry. Having sex does not mean you have to have a baby. If a baby happens, it's because a woman wanted to bring one into the world. That is 100% on women. So you can't talk about a father not being. You cannot talk to me about a father not being in the household when most men are just having sex with women, not wanting to have a kid. See, you could. It would be different. It would be different.
See, I think that went over their heads.
No, it went over your heads because you're a fool. Let's go.
I think that went over their heads. What it sounded like Kevin Samuels was saying is that if a guy sleeps with a female, just sleeping with her, no emotional attachment with her, and she ends up getting pregnant, and she deciding to have that child, we gonna talk about abortion, right? Women's choice, right?
Now notice what he's trying to do here. He's trying to use abortion, women's choice, which is another issue that black men try to throw at black women by saying that they are the number one who abort babies, right? But now he's trying to use that for the benefit of men. Keep in mind, let's go.
She deciding to have that child, woman's choice, woman's body. She decided to have that kid, then that was 100% on her. Because this is where it ends. It ends in the sack. You got your pleasure, he got his pleasure, he went about his business.
Notice, he had his pleasure, you had your pleasure, he went about his business. Notice how the man want no accountability in this. Let's go.
His sexual organ did something.
His sexual organ did something. Keep that in mind. His sexual organ did something.
That your sexual organ responded to.
Her sexual organ responded to. So his sexual organ did something. What did it do? It released semen into her vagina. That's what it did. Let's go.
That created this fetus with.
That created. So how did the woman get pregnant? Who's responsible for that? Let's go.
Within you. And you, your body, your choice.
Now he's still saying your body, your choice.
Decided to have this child.
Hold up. So she decided to have this child, but you didn't when you ejaculated inside of her? You see the hypocrisy of black men? The dysfunction of black men? This is what Kevin Samuels produce. And these are content creators that are spewing this poison to young black males.
And then you get upset later on because he doesn't want to help provide for this child. All he did was have sex. The same thing you did.
Notice that. All he did was have sex, just like you did. But the man forgot that he was the one that ejaculated in the woman. The man forgot that he's the one that didn't wear no condom. You see that? He went in the woman raw dog, knowing the consequences, but want to put all the blame on the woman. And you wonder why we have a multitude of single mothers out here. You wondering why? It's because black men are out here doing dirt. Let's go.
I know it might sound wrong to a lot of you, but
it is wrong, and you know it's wrong. Don't give me that BS about you know it might sound wrong. It is wrong, and you know it, and you're guilty. You ain't fooling me, bro. You guilty. Just like Kevin Samuels is guilty, you're poisoned just like him. Let's go.
Really think about it.
Look at the guilt on his face.
It was wrong for you to decide to have that child.
No, it was wrong for you to impregnate the woman. Let's talk about your accountability, black man. Just look at what happened the other day with the guy that canceled his so-called ex-wife and his girlfriend, who was pregnant, mind you. He got the woman pregnant, then took her out, then took out his ex-wife, and now the children are left to fend for themselves. All at the hands of a black man who's dysfunctional, who most likely was listening to Kevin Samuels, who was most likely an avid listener of Kevin Samuels. And he couldn't deal with the heat and he decided to check out. See, black men are out here impregnating these women, pumping and dumping, having their way with them, and then when the woman turn up pregnant, they want to bounce. And they put all the responsibility on the woman. Well, you need to make better choices in the kind of men you deal with. No, black man, you need to make better choices in the fact that you are ejaculating in these women. You're ejaculating in these women and you want to talk about your body, your choice? Well, what about your choice? You had the choice to wear a condom. You had the choice not to have sex with her. And why are you having sex with her if you don't want to make her your wife? You hypocrite. And people want to say I don't hold black men accountable? Who on YouTube is spitting this fire? Who on YouTube is holding black men accountable? All these content creators do is care about their money. They don't give a damn about the community. They don't care about you ladies. All they want to do is use you as a means to make money. Nobody's fair and balanced out here. You understand? This guy's a hypocrite. Let's go.
When you know it was just sex.
So it was just sex, right? You see that? You see what the modern black man is? It's just sex. So you're not trying to make these women your wives, right? You're not trying to build no family, right? You just want some sex, right? And when the woman turn up pregnant, your excuse now is that it's her fault that the baby came in the world because she didn't abort the baby. But you be the same brothers that'll make live streams talking about women having abortions. You be the same brothers talking about a woman's body count and all this other stuff. But all of a sudden now, you want her to exercise her my body, my choice. But you the same brothers that will clash with these women talking about how they are aborting all the babies, but none of you brothers want the babies. A bunch of hypocrites all over the place, man. This is crazy. Shout out to Rollo for the super chat. He said, we live in a time such as never before, folks. Shout out to We Woke Now for the super chat. Appreciate your support. Says great content. Your last video was very thought-provoking. Appreciate what you're doing. Thanks for your support. If you're joining the show, we are talking about Kevin Samuels produced dysfunctional male content creators. A lot of content creators within the so-called black sector of YouTube worship Kevin Samuels, not because he's a man who speaks truth, not because he's some sort of righteous man, but they do it because he have a lot of fame. A lot of fame, million subscribers, and they kiss his ass because they want somehow for him to help them grow. And they figure if they don't speak anything against him, they'll be in his good graces. Me, I don't give a damn about him because he's a fraud. He's misleading our brothers. He's misleading our sisters. He's a cancer to the community, and everybody needs to know that. You understand? You even have modern women vouching for him. Well, vouch for this, modern woman. So you mean to tell me that you agree with what Kevin Samuels is saying here? That it's your fault that you got pregnant and the man have no accountability in the matter? Really? You must be out of your mind. Shout out to Brown, Miss Brown, for the membership of 8 months. She said, facts. Appreciate your support. Let's get back to the video.
So what are you trying to do? Trap the man?
Notice that, trap the man. You're trying to trap the man. Notice these men, they want to have sex with these women. But then when the women get pregnant and want to bring the baby to term, they're worried about being trapped. Do these brothers really care about these sisters? Not at all.
Into being with you? Getting money from the man? Or you felt lonely, so you decided you wanted to have this kid?
See, these men are evil. These men are evil as hell, man. This brother's wicked. You can see the lion demon in his eyes. You see that? He's the kind of man that practiced the very thing. Would lay up with a woman and hope that she get an abortion and so forth. You are wondering why our women get abortions? You wondering why? It's because of black men. Our women are aborting babies not because they just wanted to go abort the babies. It's because black men want them to abort the babies. Do you understand me? Black men, when they lay with these women, the first thing they say is, if you get pregnant, make sure you abort this child now. Make sure you take that plan B, morning after pill. But yet these brothers are raw dogging these sisters. We know women have an accountability to these things. We know women have a part to play. But why is it that black men hold themselves not guilty and put all the blame on women? See, it all goes back to the Garden of Eden. The Most High instructed Adam to guard this garden. Keep out intruders. Protect your wife. But instead, Adam was out there doing his own thing on Instagram. Right? And Eve was left there for the serpent, and he beguiled her, did what he had to do, caused her to bring sin in the world, and then the man, because he's dumb and followed his wife, and because he's a simp, he took of the forbidden fruit, sin into the world, and then the first thing the man did, according to the Bible, is he blamed the woman. He told the Most High, the woman you gave me beguiled me. That's the first instance of we seeing that a man bowed down to the instructions of his wife, right? And he blamed her. Till this day, men are still blaming women for everything. And you brothers are wondering why you get no respect. You're wondering why the tables have turned. You're wondering why your women act masculine. You're wondering why they fight for the authority. You're wondering why they always looking for a 50-50 deal. You're wondering why our relationships are dysfunctional. It's because you brothers are wicked as hell. And you could get mad with me all you want. And you could unsubscribe. I don't care. You're a weak man. Your emotions are running because you're weak. You don't want to be held accountable because you're a weak man. That's why you run. Click the unsubscribe button. I don't care. You're emotional, just like a woman. Because you weren't raised with your father. Because your mother was a 304. Is your feelings hurt now? Just go your way, because you're wasting your time being here if you're offended. Iron sharpens iron, Negro. Let's go.
Really think about why you're having the kid when it was just sex. I think that went over their head.
No, it went over your head. You're a horrible person, a terrible example of a man, and a horrible content creator. And if any of you know who that is, unsubscribe from his channel. Because guys like that is no good for the community. Anybody that's been poisoned by Kevin Samuels is no good for this community. Because they're not men. They're not going to lead the community. We talk about black men need to lead. These men are not leading. These men are focused on blaming women. I understand women have a part. We can all agree that women make bad choices. But when black men act like they don't have no accountability in any of this, I find that to be very disturbing. It's very disturbing for us as men to listen to what Kevin Samuels just said and act like we didn't hear it. And then you got people talking about we need to protect Kevin Samuels at all costs. Really? So we need to protect Satan. Is that what you're saying? Let's go.
So for her to say, I don't know why people still listening to this man. You should be opening your ears up. Listen.
He's telling the woman she need to open her ears up when his ears is actually closed. See that? Just like the Bible says when it talks about the blind leading the blind and they both fall in a ditch. You understand? That's exactly what this is.
Can't believe women still want advice from this man.
Now, the TikTok is I still can't believe women. Wait, I still can't believe women still wants advice from this man. It clearly looked like they're on a panel. It looked like from that so-called show. I'm not sure if it's Lapeef or something like that, because I see various content creators that look familiar from that show. So it looked like Kevin Samuels is a guest on that show on a panel. And it says the women is 100% responsible for a baby. Question. Let's listen to what Kevin Samuels says.
Hold on. Now, this is where we're going to really go off the rails because...
It's Kevin Samuels here. It says...
Notice when he says Kevin Samuels, you have to understand, when he mentioned his name, he looked at him as a god. When Kevin Samuels is really a nobody. Really. Like a lot of you must understand that. I don't think any of you understand it. See, we live in a world, right, where if a person have fame or some money, we look at them as if though they're this great person, worthy of worship and praise, right? Not realizing that if that's the case, then it really is not about you. It's just about your money. Because there have been many people that had stardom, success, many celebrities that were famous at one point, and now they're broke and they don't have no money now. And guess what? Nobody's talking about them now. Nobody cares about them. You had many singers that were very famous and popular, had a lot of money, nice cars, fame. But if you look at them today, they don't have that fame. They don't have that money. It's not there no more. And nobody cares about them. So if you judge a person based on money, then what you're really judging is the money. The person, Kevin Samuels, is a nobody because he actually bring no value to the community. He really don't bring value. None of the ladies that listening to him get married. None of them have husbands. They keep calling in, wasting their time, night after night after night. All of the brothers are beta male simps who only want to pump and dump women to get sex out of them. Kevin Samuels is the same guy that taught black men to go out there and get escorts to have sex with. Kevin Samuels is the one that always used the example of the movie Pretty Woman. That movie where the guy paid a prostitute to pretty much be his lady for the weekend or whatever. Kevin Samuels is the guy that always says he's going to hell. But yet I'm the bad guy, right, for pointing this out. I'm the bad guy. No, you, the people that listen to these type of people, you're just blind. And you can't see. That's why I'm trying to show you the mirror so you can understand what's going on. Do you understand? Let's go.
I still can't believe women want advice from this man. Let's hear this.
I'm sorry. Having sex does not mean you have to have a baby. If a baby happens, it's because a woman wanted to bring one into the world.
He said, if a baby happened, it's because a woman wanted to bring it in the world. Really? The only way that woman could have that baby is if a man implanted his seed inside of her. So the real issue we have here is, if you as a black man don't want a baby, why are you implanting your seed in women? Why? And why Mr. High Value is not addressing that as men, you have a responsibility of not planting your seed in women, because a woman cannot get pregnant by herself. See, Kevin Samuels is going to be in the lake of fire and brimstone. That's where he's headed. And all of you brothers that support him, all of you brothers that vouch for him, all of you brothers that worship him will be in hell's fire with him. You mark my words, you're going to be there. Because he's not holding men accountable at all. All the blame is on the woman. All the blame is on the woman. These men are not trying to wife up none of you sisters. So when Kevin Samuels talk all this BS about you getting a high value man, ladies, none of these guys are trying to wife you up. Can't you see? Can't you see what he's talking about? Just men just having casual sex with you. They don't respect you. They don't respect your body. So it's time for you ladies to respect your bodies. And see, you know why you ladies don't respect your bodies? I'm going to tell you why. Because black men are not leading you. If black men actually had standards, they would not be out here simping. They would not be liking all your photos. They would not be thirsting. They would hold you accountable by not doing certain things themselves. But see, they're not doing that. They're trying to pump and dump, smash and dash, and they don't care who they affect. They're not trying to wife you up. They don't care what happens. They lay up with you is just for pleasure. Imagine that, ladies. They're laying up with you with no regard for your feelings. It's all about themselves. And these are the same guys that would judge you and say that you're wrong, it's your fault, and we know that as a woman, you play a part. We can all agree you play a part. At the same time, why is it that black men never hold themselves guilty for what they caused? When you go to a field and you have apple trees, those apple trees was brought forth because seed was planted in the ground. If no one is planting seed, there will be no apple trees. No babies could be born if black men are not out here pumping and dumping and smashing and dashing. Listen, bruh. If you don't want your money to be at Chase Bank, why are you making deposits in the machine? Why are you making deposits? You now have an account. You put your money in that machine, that's your fault. That's your fault. How are you going to tell a woman that if the baby is born, it's her fault? Because you know the man was just doing his thing, having fun. So if you're doing your thing, having fun, bro, then you should also know the risk. See, if you drive a car without a seatbelt and you drinking, you should know the risk, right? Am I the only man on YouTube that's smart? What the hell is wrong with you brothers? Are you all dumb? If you're drinking and driving without a seatbelt, you should know the risk. So if you out there riding dirty, pumping and dumping, no condom, ejaculating in women, you should know the risk. You should know that there's a potential for this woman to get pregnant and bring the baby to term. You know there's a possibility she could put you on child support, but you ignore it. You know there's a possibility she could take you to court, but you do it anyway. Because you're dysfunctional. You're reckless. Because you've been poisoned by Satan. That's why. Let's go.
That is 100% on women.
Notice he said that's 100% on woman. Notice the sister's face. Notice the sister's face in the middle. She's looking at this thing in disgust. You see that? In other words, really? Really? And you still want to take advice from this man? So it's all on the woman. The man don't have no responsibility. He's raw dogging these sisters. No responsibility on his part. It's all on women. Wow.
So you can't talk about a father not being. You cannot talk to me about a father not being in the household when most men are just having sex with women, not wanting to have a kid.
Notice he said men are just having sex with women, not wanting to have a kid. That's coming from your godfather. You know, the guy that only lasts 3 to 5 minutes. Right? According to his own words in my previous video. Right? He said that these guys are out here just having casual sex and, You know they don't want no kid and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. So it's all on you. But yet these men hold themselves not guilty when it comes to all of these issues. That's crazy. And shout out to Ms. Brown for the super chat. Appreciate your support. Mimi for the membership. Welcome to Team Ringo. Shout out to Rollo for the super chat. It said Lake of Fire awaits these evil doers for real, Ak. Shout out to Don Anderson for the super chat. He said, I'm sorry, but I can't take a group of men seriously who blame all their issues on women all day, every day. See, that's the problem. That's what I'm saying here. That's why I'm trying to level the playing field to make the community understand that men like Kevin Samuels, he don't speak about the issues concerning men. His primary goal is manipulating women for profit. That's what he do. That's his MO, pretty much. Because he know, just like April Mason, just like Derek Jackson, that there is a path to success if you just keep manipulating women. Because he know that they believe anything. He know that they'll just fall for any gimmick. So if we could just sell them this idea of them having a high value man, if we could sell them this gimmick that they need to get themselves together and do this and do that, he's telling them things that other content creators been saying for many years. Kevin Samuels is not the voice of the black community. Kevin Samuels is a new content creator that just regurgitate things he hear, twisting it for profit, while never holding black men accountable. Why don't Kevin Samuels just stand up and tell all black men not to have sex with women until they make these women their wives? He's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. Why? Because these men are whoremonger males. Their goal is never to marry you, sisters. Their goal is to pump and dump. Kevin Samuels is cool with so-called dating coaches, male gigolos. You understand? You have some clown named alpha male scammeries that all he do is teach black men to manipulate women, to run game on women, to get in their pants. That guy is cool with Kevin Samuels. Are these men really trying to build a community? No, they're trying to build their pockets. They don't give a damn about you ladies. You're just casualties of war. Let's go.
See, you could. It would be different.
See, I think that went over their heads.
No, it went over your head. See, this guy is going to attempt to give the translation or what he think about what Kevin Samuels just finished saying. Let's hear what he got to say.
I think that went over their heads. What it sounded like Kevin Samuels was saying is that if a guy sleeps with a female, just sleeping with her, no emotional attachment with her.
Why is a man having no emotional attachments, but yet he's willing to lay up with a woman? That would be considered a whoremonger male. Those are the kind of men that Kevin Samuels support and produce on YouTube. If Kevin Samuels really cared about you ladies, why would he be endorsing this? Why? So it's okay for black men to have no emotional attachment, but yet we want to talk about women having a high body count. Okay, how did these ladies get this high body count? Because of you black men. Because you're not out here being accountable for your actions. You're too busy trying to pump and dump the ladies. You're not wifing up these sisters. You're the one leaving them brokenhearted. You're the one causing all these pains. You're the one creating these single mothers. They didn't get pregnant by themselves. Why Kevin Samuels is not addressing that? Why he's not addressing black men that are impregnating women and leaving them with babies? Why he's not addressing the men that impregnate women by planting their seeds in these women? If you brothers don't want no babies, why your seed always end up in these women bellies? Because you're a hypocrite. You have some nerve to try to judge a woman by blaming her for bringing forth the baby when you're the one that planted your seed. That is like blaming a child for burning down the house when you the one that left the gasoline poured out on the floor. You the one that caused this, but you take no accountability because that's typical of a dysfunctional male. And you're mad at me. I could just see a lot of you brothers. You're mad in the clouds like a woman with your feminine energy. See, a real man will look at himself in the mirror and say, you know what? The brother is speaking facts. The brother is speaking real talk, but that's not what you brothers are doing. You brothers are in the clouds, angry, mad. Who do he think he is? Kevin Samuels, the man. Man, to hell with him. That man ain't leading nobody to the promised land. He leading y'all to hell. Y'all just can't see it. Because you blinded by a few candles. You're blinded by a damn suit. That's what you blinded by. What has he done for the community? Nothing. He ain't educating these ladies. He's telling these ladies the same thing Derek Jackson been saying, the same thing April Mason been saying, the same thing all these other content creators been saying, and none of these women are getting any results. Do you understand me? Ain't nobody getting married because he's not married. He don't got no wife. He don't want no wife. 2 divorces. 2 failed marriages. That man can't keep a woman. But you ladies are taking advice from him rather than taking advice from a man that actually have a family long term. See, I find that people love taking advice from dysfunctional people. Why? Because just like the Bible, you have many false prophets that rose up. And because you have itching ears for something gratifying and pleasing for your flesh, you gravitate towards them. You don't want to deal with the truth because the truth is too difficult to bear. So you listen to stuff that tickles your ear. Do you understand me? That's sad. That's sad, man. You know? Right. Just like Everett says, if you don't want kids, simply don't have sex. What's the point? What's the point of having sex if you don't want kids? Sex has pleasure, we understand that. But why are you men having sex with these ladies and you don't want kids? You be the same brothers that tell these women to marry before they carry. A bunch of damn hypocrites! Hypocrites! Marry before you carry. All right, why are you having sex before they carry? Why are you having sex before you marry? You're a hypocrite! None of these content creators on YouTube could go toe to toe with me, man. They're a bunch of damn hypocrites. Marry before you carry. How many women you done laid up with? You ain't married her. A damn hypocrite. Even Kevin Samuels say that garbage about married before you carry. What woman you married yet, bruh? You ain't marrying none of them. You just want sex. A bunch of damn hypocrites. And you have the nerve to judge the modern woman. Where are the black men that talk like this on YouTube? Where are they? Where are the black men that talk like this on YouTube? Where are they? See? You just hear crickets, that's it. Shout out to Guerrero for the super chat. Appreciate your support. Salute, bro. Galatians chapter 4, verse 16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? That's true. Am I become your enemy, brothers, because I'm telling you the truth about your wicked ways? You see me as an enemy because I'm telling you the truth about yourself. Imagine that. You know how many content creators on YouTube know that I speak the truth, but won't have anything to say about it? You know how many content creators watch my content on the low? Won't even shout me out, won't even acknowledge nothing I say. You know why? Because they don't want nobody to know that they're listening to my videos. They don't want nobody to know. But yet these brothers are learning how to tie their shoelace, learning how to move in these streets, learning how to be a better man from watching my content, but they never acknowledge me. A bunch of fake brothers. Fake. Fake. Too much pride, too much ego to acknowledge another brother. But they'll acknowledge Kevin Samuels when he's misleading our people. Let's go.
And she ends up getting pregnant, and she deciding to have that child.
You decided to get her pregnant. Let's talk about that.
We gonna talk about abortion, right? Women's choice, right?
Why are you talking about women's choice and abortion? I thought black men is against that. I thought black men try to tell women that, oh, you know, black women are the highest when it comes to abortion rates. Well, why are you trying to encourage it now? Why?
She deciding to have that child, woman.
Don't you think that's better than abortion? Which one is it, black man? Which one is it? Would you want her to go and get an abortion, or do you want her to bring forth the baby? Which one? Which one? Make up your mind, hypocrite. Let's go.
Choice woman's body. She decided to have that.
What about your choice, your body? What about that? You had the choice not to ejaculate in her. Why you did? See, nobody want to talk about that. Let's go.
A kid, then that was 100% on her.
100% on her, but not on you. So you don't see no guilt on you. You don't see anything wrong with what you done, right? It's her fault, not yours. So men could just go out here, have sex with whoever they want, impregnate with whoever they want, and never be held accountable. Is that what you're saying? Really? And we wondering why there's so many single mothers. We wondering why. But I'm the bad guy for speaking the truth, right? Okay.
Because this is where it ends. It ends in the sack.
So it ends in the sack. So basically, you just want a woman for sex. You see, this is the modern black man. He's not trying to build family. He's not trying to lead the black woman. He's not trying to build a community. He just see the black woman as just useful for some sex. This is why you ladies have to respect yourself enough not to be a damn 304. You understand? You have to really understand that, man. The Most High put us men here to lead, but we're not leading anything. We're not leading nothing. We're not leading our women. Instead, we're just focusing on blaming them because it's easy. See, what if the tables was turned? See, we know that women could get pregnant. We know women could get pregnant. But what if it was the other way around? What if there was something that would happen to a man, not necessarily getting pregnant, so don't get it all twisted now. But what if there was something that can happen to a man's body that would let other people know that he impregnated a woman? What if there was a sign on a man? What if there was a sign given that when a man impregnates a woman, something also happens to his body, which let another woman know that he just got another woman pregnant, and she need to be mindful of that. See, women are like sponges. They absorb the water. A lot of you brothers, you know that women could get pregnant, and you put every blame on them because you figure, hey, I just had sex, I cleaned up, got up and left the house, so I'm good. I don't got to worry about nothing. It's all on her. That's bad, bro. That's bad. See, you're supposed to be leading and guiding her, but you're not doing that because you're selfish. We could talk about women issues all day. I got a lot of videos on women issues. Let's talk about you brothers. something you don't like. You don't like when the mirror is pointed to you. Do you know that when I talk about issues concerning black men, they get angry? Because in their mind, bro, why are you talking about us? It's the woman. No, it's you, bro. You're the problem. You're the problem. Let's go.
You got your pleasure, he got his pleasure, he went about his business.
Notice, he went about his business. Is that a man that cares about the woman? He just see you as a moment of pleasure, ladies. This is why it's very important for men to be in their daughters' lives so that your daughter don't grow up to be a damn 304. Because a lot of you ladies, you get caught up. Doesn't matter what your age is. You feel that it's okay to lay up with any man. And these brothers, they just taking advantage of your weaknesses. They know that in this day you're misguided. They know you don't have a father figure. They know you weren't raised with a father. They know you got no protection. But let it be that you're a sister that got a father, got like 5 brothers, and some Negro went and took advantage of you. He know he gonna have a problem. Remember back in the days, bruh? You remember back in the days you had that one sister that was cute? Everybody wanted to talk to her, but y'all was scared because she had like 3 brothers and she had her father. And y'all knew not to play no games with her because you knew it would be your tail. You remember those days? That you try to say hi to her and her brother come out the store and he's like, yo, what's going on, bro? You good? And you get nervous because you had respect. You knew. See, today's day, modern women have no protection at all. No brothers. And even if they did have brothers, all of them are beta male simps. So they don't even protect their own sisters. Matter of fact, they'll hook their sister up with one of their friends. That's how dysfunctional the community is. You understand? Let's go.
His sexual organ did something that your sexual organ responded to.
Okay, so if his sexual organ did something to her sexual organ that it responded to, that means that he got her pregnant. So to avoid pregnancy, men should avoid ejaculating their semen in women. Problem solved. We just solved the problem right there. How do women get pregnant? A man has to ejaculate in her. Basic biology. See, the problem is a lot of these brothers are just dumb. You blaming the woman when you the one that got her pregnant. You blaming the woman when you ejaculated in her. Well, I want to ejaculate in her because when I'm coming, it feels good when it's inside. Really? Really? Well, you just got her pregnant, bro. Congratulations. Now you're a father. But I don't want no baby. If you didn't want no baby, why you having sex with her? It's time to hold you men accountable. Now, why all of these content creators with hundreds of thousands of subscribers, why they not talking about this issue? Why are they not doing reaction videos off of this video? Because they don't want nobody to know about Black Male Advice TV. Oh no, we don't want nobody to know about your channel, Ringo, because you speak too much truth. We don't want none of our subscribers to know about you because we're gonna lose viewers. They're gonna start to view you because you're making a lot of sense. Let's go.
That created this fetus within you.
So the fetus was created because of your seed, black man. Not because the woman just decided to have the baby. Your seed fertilized the egg, dummy.
And you, your body, your choice.
No. Your body, your choice, black man. Not the woman. Your body, your choice. Let's go.
Decided to have.
You decided, black man. You decided to lay up with her. You decided to ejaculate in her. You decided.
this child and then you get upset later on.
No, you getting upset because the woman brought the baby to term. You getting upset because your dumbass got her pregnant.
Because he doesn't want to help provide for this child. All he did was have sex.
So you weren't planning on having no child, right? You weren't planning on having no child. So why did you have sex with her to get her pregnant knowing the consequences? Think about that. Why you got her pregnant if you didn't want to deal with the consequences of taking care of the baby? You talking about the woman being mad because the brother don't want to financially support. If you know you didn't want the baby, bro, why did you have sex with her and release your sperm inside of her? Why I keep hearing crickets? Why? See, black men don't want to be held accountable. Listen, if I'm out there and I'm messing with a sister and she get pregnant, I'm taking full responsibility for my actions. There's no excuses. Oh, it's your fault. Why you didn't get rid of the kid? Really? That's what you tell women? Really? Really? That's what you doing, brothers? Damn, this is crazy.
The same thing you did.
Now he's trying to blame it on the woman. Same thing you did. Same thing you did. Look at his face. That's guilt, man.
I know it might sound wrong to a lot of you, but really think about it.
No, if you really think about what you're saying, you'll realize how stupid you look. You look like a damn clown. You look very foolish. Because you know what you're doing is wrong. You know what you're saying is wrong. But you were doing a show. And you knew you were recording. So you tried to play it off. You knew you were wrong while you were filming the video. You knew you were wrong. But you continue to go along with it. And you got women viewing your channel, bro. And they listening to that garbage. And now this is how they feel. They feel that, oh, so it's my fault that I got pregnant. It's not the man's fault. This is sad, man. And you wondering why black women are frustrated with black men. You wondering why there's a gender war. You wondering why we can't even get along as a community. You're wondering why all of us men are being labeled as deadbeats and all sorts of problems. You're wondering why. You're wondering why black women are losing hope in relationships, losing hope in black men, because there are no black men standing up for the truth. And here I am crying out on the mountaintop, sharing a whole lot of truth. And yet it gets smothered by the YouTube algorithm. And the channels that are promoted are dysfunctional channels that promote whoremongering. Isn't that something? Wow, let's go.
It was wrong for you to decide to have that child.
No, it was wrong for you to impregnate the lady. See? That's how those brothers look when they in court. That's how they look when the judge tell them how much money they gotta pay. They're regretting the fact that they had sex. No, it was your fault. It was your fault that you got her pregnant. If you brothers don't want child support, it's cheaper to keep her. You brothers don't want child support? Marry before she carry. Practice what you preach, hypocrites. All these content creators on YouTube are hypocrites, ladies. Trust and believe it. They're all hypocrites. They talk one good talk. It sounds real good. You should see these brothers online, man. They got so many brothers following them around. All the brothers that follow these channels are all hypocrite whoremonger males. None of them take care of their kids. All of them are on child support. And all they do is pump and dump the ladies. That's all they do. They don't care about our women.
When you know it was just sex.
So let me get this straight. She should have never had the kid because it was just sex, but you had sex with her knowing that your semen is inside of her. So let me get this straight for the record, for the public. Based on what he's saying, based on the testimony presented in the court of public opinion, black men endorse and support abortion. I don't want to hear none of you brothers trying to make videos talking about black women aborting babies after hearing what this guy just had to say. Because he's basically saying that the woman should have gotten an abortion. Because if he wasn't using a condom and he was raw dogging the sister and she got pregnant, then that means the next option is for her to get an abortion or a plan B. So based on the testimony, black men endorse and support abortion. So anytime you hear videos of black men going in, talking crap about black women are the most on committing abortion and extinguishing all of these babies, understand that black men like him, black men like Kevin Samuels, all endorse and support it. And I don't support no abortion. If a woman got pregnant by me, she's bringing that baby to term. You understand? This is craziness, man.
So what are you trying to do? Trap the man?
Notice, trap the man. See the greatest fear of the black man? Being trapped. You see that? You see that, ladies? See, when you're with a brother, you gotta think. Stop laying up with these brothers opening your legs. You opening your legs for men to think like this, ladies. All they want is some vagina. Their greatest fear is being trapped. These are not men, these are beta males.
Into being with you?
Trapped into being with you, which means he never wanted you. He just wanted your vagina. Ladies, you gotta respect yourself a little bit more now. Let's go.
Getting money from the man?
Get money from the man. That's his greatest fear. He don't want to give you no money. He just wants some vagina. Let's go.
Or you felt lonely, so you decided you wanted to have this kid?
No, you felt lonely. That's why you got with her to have some sex. But now you mad that she got pregnant. You trying to act like some weird thing just happened. No, you ejaculated in her, bro. That's why she got pregnant.
Really think about why you're having the kid.
No, you should really think about why you having sex with these ladies. You should really think about the consequences of your actions. You should really think about holding yourself accountable and stop listening to Kevin Samuels. Ain't nobody talking like this on YouTube. Ain't nobody's talking about this on YouTube. 167 people in the building. Only 92 likes. Damn shame. This just goes to show why the community is dysfunctional. How many people gonna share the video? How many people gonna share the video with the world so everybody can know the truth? This will say a lot about you ladies that are in the overflow and a lot about you brothers. Because if you're not sharing this video so the truth could get out there, so people could be aware of what's happening, then you're dysfunctional too. You understand? Let's go.
When it was just sex. I think that went over their head. So for her to say, I don't know why people still listening to this man. You should be opening your ears up listening.
You can't believe women.
That's all I'm gonna say on this particular issue. Closing arguments. A lot of these content creators work for Satan. Kevin Samuels is their ringleader. The commentary and criticism that I speak on concerning Kevin Samuels is to warn the people. But as you know, the blind leads the blind. And people love following the blind. Fortunately, there are those that take heed to the truth. Very few. But the majority of people will continue to be led astray. The majority of the people in the clouds are going to be led astray because they don't care about the truth. They're just here to be entertained. They're not really here to learn anything. They're just here to see what I got to say so that they can report back to their godfather and whoever, and never really learn anything. Consequently, the community goes under the water. And it's just a sad situation here. Shout out to J Money for the super chat. Appreciate your support. Shout out to Paris for becoming a member of the channel. Shout out to Eric Hill for the super chat. Appreciate your support. See, people don't really like when black men share truth, especially when I talk about content creators that they worship. It's sort of like when you speak against a Christian pastor, like a TD Snakes, Creflo Dollar, and all these other guys. When you speak against them, the church normally tries to lash out against you because they don't like the fact that you're speaking against their God. So for a lot of people, Kevin Samuels is their pastor. and they literally call him Godfather. Imagine that. You're calling a guy with 2 divorces a godfather. Are you kidding me? Really? A guy that want to know a woman's dress size. Yet we have women out here hurting and broken because men are leaving them with babies. It's crazy. Shout out to Innocent Love Misunderstood for the super chat. Said, this is some hard truth. Thank you, Ringo, for bringing this out. Appreciate your support. This is just crazy, man. People could be mad with me all they want. The truth is going to still stand. See, that's one thing you cannot stop. You cannot stop the truth. The truth always stands. The truth is always real. And one thing these content creators on YouTube, they don't have the spirit of the Most High in them. That's why there's no love for the people. That's why you never see them hold men accountable. You understand? Kevin Samuels never hold men accountable. I'm talking about accountable for the dysfunction which is going on within the community. You don't see that at all. And that brother that was speaking, he's a content creator too. And he's regurgitating the same poison. And there are many other content creators that follow the likes of Kevin Samuels. All of them are poison. They bring no value to the community. They really don't care about what's going on with these brothers in terms of the dysfunction. They'll talk about women. They'll say woman this. They'll do a reaction video about women. But if you look into these brothers' lives and see how they really move and what they really do behind the curtain with women, it'll shock you. How dare you try to react to videos concerning women when you're out here pumping and dumping them? When I do reaction videos, I'm doing them to educate. Have a few laughs, but we're educating the community. But these brothers are out here pumping and dumping our women, knowing good and well what they do, but have the nerve to judge a woman by her body count when they're out here increasing the body count of the women they deal with. None of these brothers have any wives. And if they have children, they don't even take care of them. It's a shame. It's a shame. You know? We need to build back up our community with black men and women. We really do. But as long as black men refuse to follow the Most High Yah and women refuse to get in their rightful place, there's going to always be dysfunction within the community because of a lack of trust. You know, a lot of ladies been through so many hurts and pains, they don't trust men at all. They get into a relationship, they don't even know if they want to get into a relationship with a brother because they don't even trust him. They just met him, but they don't trust him because of whatever hurt they've been through. So it keeps her from moving forward with a quality man. Sometimes you sisters will get around a brother that's a quality man, and you will turn a blind eye or reject him, ghost him, avoid him because you fear being involved with a black man. And then you brothers, you get with a sister, you're worried about child support, you're worried about all these different things. My question to you is, why are you worried about child support? You should be concerned about making the woman your wife. You should be concerned about vetting the woman. You should be concerned about getting to know her first. Stop trying to get in her pants and get into her mind. See? You ain't gonna get this content nowhere else on YouTube. Nobody's bringing to you this type of truth, this raw and uncut. Nobody. Because they don't care about you. They don't care about the people. They weren't built to make content. They don't have the voice or the heart to speak on these issues. They don't. That's why when you look at their videos, it's a bunch of edited videos, cut, copy, paste, clip, 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 clip. Come on, who speaks like that? Clip, clip, clip. You gotta clip everything together? I'm doing a live show speaking fluently with no cuts. That's how you know all those brothers are frauds. You know? You should be able to be on camera with one take, One take of your audio going straight through. No cutting, no pausing, no editing. Stop trying to make yourself seem perfect. You're a fraud. That's how we know it's not from the heart. You know? That being said, I'm gonna get up on out of here. Go take care of some business. Thanks for everybody coming through on the show, supporting the stream. It is what it is. Hope everybody learned something from the show. That being said, this is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. No other content creator bring you raw content with excellence, great commentary, education, examples, humor, like Black Male Advice TV. Ringo TV Raw, putting in work since 2006 till today. Again, thanks for everybody coming out to the show. Have a blessed day and enjoy your stay as we continue to produce content the community needs. I'm gonna sign out right now. Y'all take care. We out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100%